Hi, I'm Dale Hyde, a Client Solutions Advisor here at Frontier Technology. Welcome to the last in our series of In a Nutshell videos, looking at the basics of cloud computing. Today we're going to consider whether a cloud migration is something you can do alone, or whether you should enlist some professional help. You might be forgiven for thinking that to migrate your organisation's IT infrastructure to a cloud platform, all you need to do is choose a region, size some VMs, select appropriate storage, and press go. But as I hope you will have learned by watching this series of videos, there's so much more to consider. Whether to take a public, private or hybrid approach, is a simple lift and shift to infrastructure as a service the best fit? Or should you be looking further at platform and software as a service, or re-architecting elements of your system with containers and serverless technologies to support digital transformation initiatives? And then there's a question of can you add value to your business operations by leveraging data, analytics and insight tools. These are all specialist areas, and maybe large-scale organisations who have the luxury of vast IT teams to be able to resource all this in-house. For smaller firms and even large mid-market enterprises will probably not enjoy these resources, so where do you turn? The very smallest of businesses can probably get much of what they need from a few software as a service suppliers, plus some decent internet connectivity, which is easy enough, but for everyone in between, expert advice will be indispensable. The part of the problem is the sheer breadth of offerings available. Most people understand VMs and containers, but what about functions, serverless, logic apps, infrastructure as code? What's the difference? What are good use cases? Where do I start? And then there are the networking options. Azure alone has a dozen or more, including express routes, VPNs, virtual WAN, load balancer, traffic manager, DDoS protection, application gateway, VPN gateway. I could go on. You benefit from working with someone who knows this stuff. Another thought, how resilient can you build your environment? Well, very is the answer you'd like, of course, but you'll be looking to get the right balance between availability, performance and cost. Because as with everything in life, there's usually a compromise to make somewhere. The art is getting that compromise right. And have I mentioned security? There's another video in this series that specifically discusses security, but for now I'll just repeat the conclusion, that security is a joint responsibility between you, the client and your cloud provider. Where the line is drawn depends on the type of cloud service and the tool provided by your supplier, but there will always be elements that you are responsible for, and that's definitely an area where expert help is of great value. So that's some of the more technical stuff. What about commercial aspects? Understanding subscriptions, when to use pay-as-you-go, reserved or spot instances. These can make a big difference to your billing, and don't forget licensing. Is a single subscription appropriate, or might your technical and administrative requirements demand more? And then there are third-party services that often need to supply gaps, especially on public infrastructure as a service offerings. Enhancements like comprehensive backup, business continuity and security services. We won't be surprised to hear that in areas like these that partners like Frontier Technology can really help. Every stage of your cloud journey, planning and justification, deployment and migration, and of course, ongoing management and support. But here at Frontier, we particularly offer a dedicated local technical skills and support services, strategic advice, and more. I hope that's been a useful overview. Obviously, we haven't been able to answer all the specific questions that you might have, but at least you should now know most of the things you need to think about. So that's the last in this series of videos. I really hope they've been useful. If you like them, please post some comments below and give us a like. And if you're in the UK looking for a partner to help modernise your IT platforms, please do get in touch. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we get to talk soon. Goodbye for now.